Immigrants you guys can learn a lot from immigrants. Yes, we all can, because obviously immigrants do things the old school way. They do things the way people used to do them, which is by being together, working together. If you see most immigrant families, they come here and they stay in the same house all together. You see 8, 20 people staying in one house, and slowly but surely they start moving out one by one, and they help each other, and so on and so forth. That's a good way to learn. It's a good way to learn how to save money, invest money, and so on and so forth. Somebody has said that being a wife is not like a job. I completely disagree. Being a wife, I mean, I'm married. I think Mrs. E is married. Sweeney is married, and Darwin is married, and Darwin is Bruiser.
Oh,
Right.
okay. I was confused.
And so these are the married people on here. And as for wives, the biggest job that you'll ever get is being a wife. When a man proposes to you or takes you on as his wife, he's giving you a job. I mean, it is what it is. That's your job now. And me as a wife, my work doesn't end, and it's every day. It's constant. It's a job. And there, just like any other job, you need to be qualified for certain job positions, and you can't just be anything and go out with a resume and expect to be hired on as an architect. You have to be trained. Same thing with marriage. You cannot just be any type of woman, and a good woman is different from a good wife. They are not the same. Just because you're a good woman doesn't make you a good wife, and there needs to be training done for a woman to be a wife, because being a wife is a job. So I don't agree with that a few people were saying. There were so many topics that I really don't even remember all the rest of them.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get JR in there real quick. He just popped up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and run some more of this clip, but did everybody answer that question?
I don't think anybody answered that question down at the screen. Bottom of.
Is America becoming too relaxed while other countries stay disciplined? Is America becoming too relaxed while other countries stay disciplined?
That's why America is starting to fail.
Yeah, I say sort of. I'll say sort of. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Mrs. E. Like you're trying to say something. Maybe she just animated. Okay. What about you, Shay?
I would like to ask, like, who exactly are we comparing ourselves to, if that's the case?
I would disagree that we're not becoming too relaxed. And the reason why I say that, because our military is very strong. And if we fail at anything, economics, we need oil or any whatever consumable thing, we just go and take that shit. So long as our military is strong, we good to go.
One of the most powerful military
So I
on the
think
planet.
that every country around us should pray that we don't fall behind. Because once we do, we coming to get it. We coming to ante up and run them pockets.
Hey, Darwin, are you military by any chance?
Does it sound like it?
Yes.
And I am.
All right, so that's how I know why. Okay, so in the military, just to pick your brain, you guys have to go through training, correct?
Oh yeah.
All right. So do you think your training also influenced your thought process on your reality?
Absolutely.
All right. So if you don't think America is a joke economically as well, I mean, we elected a man that went bankrupt more than 4 times. And if you look at the debt that America owes every other country, it got to the point where the American dollar is nothing because China pulled out. If you know this guy down in Nigeria off the coast of the Diamond District, Faso, I can't remember his name, but he's a general, and he's refusing to use American dollars. And the American dollar is worth nothing. I mean, I'm from Jamaica, and just up until a year ago, I can bring $1,000 to Jamaica and get 20,000 in Jamaican money, and now it's half of that. So, if your standpoint is that, to JR's question, that we're not lazy, or we have this entitlement, I don't understand if you've traveled outside of America to understand. I mean, you're military, so I don't know if you actually served.
I don't know.
Or
I'm not sure that was his question. Maybe he should rephrase it. I didn't hear lazy and entitled in the question.
All right, JR, what was the question again?
Welcome back, Ashanti.
The question was, is America becoming too relaxed while other countries stay disciplined?
All right, so America is too relaxed because our dollar is worth nothing. Our military is not what you think it is, because if we actually went to war with China right now, China would actually do more damage because they got more people. The men that we have in America are not willing to fight because they're more sissy than anything else. I mean, you might fight, but we got a bunch of transgenders and stuff like that. We got a bunch of men that don't want to do nothing but shop all day. So
technology don't have a gender.
It doesn't. China has way more technology. Everything's made in China, brother. All the bombs and guns we got, they got all the codes.
It doesn't matter. You can't code out a M4. Anything that we have, it doesn't need a gender attached to it to be effective. We literally destroy countries off of drone, AI and drone technology these days. So
you can't. So you're talking about war cannot be done by gender, but you're saying men are leaders?
And it's not necessary to attach gender to make they have more people, or to just be more bodies.
More men.
More
Yes,
men just mean more bodies.
Yeah, but more men means I'm more stronger because men are leaders.
No, it don't. No, it don't. It's all about technology, bro. You're talking about World War I, World War II.
It's about technology, geography.
You're talking about men loading up at Omaha Beach, jumping out of Higgins boats in the hundreds and thousands. That game is over with. You jump out at hundreds of thousands, we'll put one bomb on you and blow everybody up, all of them. One shot, one kill.
Okay, so, but these men that are so this technology, who built it?
Who built it?
Yeah,
it's a whole bunch of United Nations. It's a variety of countries that has hands and skills.
I'm asking, but are the women built it? Did the women build those machines?
I don't know it, but that's not. It doesn't make any. It's not necessary to know that.
Yes, it does, because I'm saying even if men are not going to combat anymore, in the combat, like physical combat is gone, and it's just a more of a technological warfare. I'm saying most of the men are the ones coming up with this technology.
Well, let me ask you this question. Who has more power? A has most of the money and a better economic foundation in the country. 2 has more people, more bodies to throw at you. Number 3 has the most powerful nuclear powered nation in the world. Who's the most powerful? Who has the most leverage?
I'll say Iran and China.
Whoever holds the nuclear power.
I said Iran and China.
Neither one of those have more nuclear power.
You need to do your research.
Neither one of those.
But
I did do my research. Iran and China.
It's countries that can't even have nuclear power unless we allow them to.
Yeah, but that more countries are recruiting our scientists, right? You realize there's a growing trend of our society getting dumber, right, and lazy and less qualified. And I don't know, I could be speaking too fast, but it seems like there's kind of either it's always been this way, or there's an agenda where this country may already be bought and sold, and they're making investment in different places. But the quality of human beings is is regressing in this country, Bruiser. And if you take the time, even Google, I could Google too, just researching it. They're recruiting our scientists from here and paying the ones here less. We're getting dumber here.
Right. But because it's cheaper to go get those scientists, and it's not lucrative to focus on the mentality of the mind and just focus on the operation of the mechanics of the weapon.
But that's the question: is America getting too?
This conversation might be too far fetched for a lot of people, man.
Well, Ali, if you think of it that way, the question is America. If America is importing their they're scientists or whatever. It doesn't matter. The country still, this country itself is not.
No, they're losing. They were important. They're losing their scientists now. We're getting dumber. We're losing our skilled people. Like, you take the time to research when y'all got time. We're losing people.
No, what I'm saying is that you said the country itself.
Yes.
If the country itself is still importing the talent, it doesn't matter. The country itself is still powerful. The country itself is still the most powerful government on the planet. Now,
Right.
Now, whether you replace those people and then, like, say for instance, like, because I've always said this, the only way you can take out America is if you do it from the inside out. You can't.
That's happening.
There's no way possible you can do it from the outside in. There's no outside force.
Sweeney, you just proved Ali's point. If I'm another country, what I would do is I would make you think you're recruiting one of my scientists to come and infiltrate you, which is already happened. We proved that with Bin Laden.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Infiltration and being able to take over a country from the inside out, like I said, it is two totally different things. Nobody's just going to be able to walk into the country and be able to just infiltrate it. What I mean by changing the country from the inside out is when you change the government, when you change everybody as a government official, when it becomes more open to everyone else, to where that's the only way somebody can probably come in and take over America. But as far as like an outside force to come in and be like, bum rush America, that would never happen. You couple
not on a high level either.
You couple
So Elon Musk doing the Nazi salute for Germany wouldn't make you kind of like,
whose team is he on? I don't know what he's doing, but whose team is he on?
But I'm saying, but Trump got him walking around and they holding hands and having breakfast.
Whose team is he on though?
No, hey y'all.
So hold on. Let me just say this one thing to Sweeney's point that he was trying to convey to you. Think of it like the NBA. The best players, arguably, are international players, but the best team is in the NBA. You know why? Because we're able to take the best talent from all the countries outside of the U.S. and put them right here in the NBA, and be the most dominant league in basketball in the entire world.
That sounds stupid. You're gonna get people from other countries to come and take over your own league. That sounds stupid.
You think that other people
sounds like a trap?
How can people take over a league that's ran by billionaires that don't even play in the sport?
No. But I'm addressing your point. I'm not talking about the billionaires. You're saying if the NBA got to go across overseas to get international players to come into their own league and make the league profitable and competitive. All I'm saying is if the international players have a plan to take over the NBA, that would be the easiest way to do it, is for you to come and get me, pay me, and bring me over here.
And what can you give me an example of what that plan might look like? Just
sure.
Hypothetically.
I'll give an example. Hitler going to Germany. He wasn't from Germany.
No, I'm talking about of an NBA, the metaphor or whatever. You said NBA player internationally coming over to the NBA and taking over a club.
Well, I don't agree with you that the international players are better than our homegrown players. I'm just only talking to what you said.
We just had a guy international win the MVP. What, I don't know, was it 2 times back to back?
Yeah, Jokic.
And the second person knows, and the second person, I think the second or third person was also international.
I don't know about that, but I know Jokic won it twice. Yeah.
What he's asking is how could they take over the club? As in,
I'm saying, okay,
replace the owners.
I'll tell you, if an international player comes over to America and you have a bunch of them in an influx and they start making a demand, just like the American basketball players and why they have the salaries that they have. If they keep coming over with their oil money, with their resources, and they acquire the money from us and they acquire the right and the licensings to buy an NBA team, and all of them in a few years start to buy up all these teams.
You can't just let me get you hip.
No, but I'm telling you,
you can't just you can have Elon Musk money. That doesn't mean that you'll be allowed to buy a club. There's a criteria you got to meet to be able to buy a club.
That's fine, brother. But you're asking me. Okay, that's fine. I understand that. But you're asking me how I think it would happen.
Dude, they won't just let anybody buy a ball club.
Okay, but you're asking me how I think it would happen. That's just what I'm saying.